All right, let's talk about the June real estate market update. Okay, so I know there's all kinds of mixed messages. Is the market shifting? Is the market crashing? Well, again, the reason why I make these monthly market updates, whether you're a real estate agent, you're a mortgage professional, you're in the real estate industry, or you're a consumer trying to understand, okay, what should I be doing this year? Should I be buying a house? Should I continue to rent? Or should I sell my home? These market updates are made for you. So let's jump right into it and look what happened in the month of June. Starting off with sales prices, okay? What are the prices of homes doing right now? Are they trending up? Are they trending down? Well, here are the facts. The facts are in June, the average price was $387,000, which is up 25%. So home prices, home values continue to go up. Okay, this is a great thing for anybody that owns a home. And this has to do with a lot of things that we're going to talk about in this video, but it really comes down to this supply and demand issue that we have, and the fact that because supply is so low and because demand is so high, it's driving the prices of homes up. Okay, this is another reason why people like me don't believe we're headed towards a real estate market crash. Because if you think about it, and if you own a home, I want you to think about this. Because your home is worth so much money now, we have to look at, okay, how much do you owe? Worst case scenario, most homeowners right now are in a good equity position in their property. Meaning, worst case scenario, they lose their job, they don't go back to work as a result of the pandemic, which hopefully you're seeing unemployment rates get better. But let's just pretend worst case scenario, you can sell the home because of how much equity you have. You can refinance the home because of how much equity you have. Unlike what we saw in 2008, 2009, 2010, when the average homeowner owed more on the property than the property was worth, that put people in a position to say, I have to walk away. I have no options. So home prices is a great thing. They continue to go up and equity positions continue to increase throughout the country. Number two, let's talk about sales, okay? How many homes are actually selling? In the month of June, there were 717,000 homes that sold. That's another number that's up 20%, okay? So we see the demand still there. Demand has not dropped off because of mortgage interest rates, because of people's buying power right now. We look at how many homes are selling. This tells us in the industry, okay, where's the market going? We have not seen a significant drop off of sales, although inventory levels are still really, really low, which again, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But how can it be that inventory levels are so low, but sales are increasing? Okay, this is like the perfect storm. This is what's continuing to strengthen, not weaken, the real estate market. So sales are up 20%. Let's talk about new listings. Every 30 days, we need to look at and say, okay, this is another deciding factor on whether or not this market is continuing to strengthen, weaken, or stay the same, okay? Where are we going? Well, the number of people that listed their home last month in June, 776,000 new homes hit the market. Now, this is interesting, okay? So the number of new homes, new listings hitting the market, that is an increase of 8%. Now, the reason why that's important is because what's been happening for the past year and a half, the number of new listings coming into the marketplace was not significant. It was not increasing. This was a massive concern because of inventory levels being so low. If no new homes were coming into the marketplace, we're going to have a massive problem on our hand because there will be no homes for sale, causing all kinds of different issues in the marketplace. But the fact that this is one of the first times this year that we saw the number of new homes, new listings hit the market increase, okay? So there's some pros and some cons to this number. Okay, the pros would be that it helps to increase our inventory problems with no homes for sale. However, as new listings, as they start to increase month over month over month over month, if that is a trend that we continue to see, nothing even close to what we need to be concerned about right now, but if we see that number continue to increase, that potentially could slow the number of sales, which will then slow how fast homes are increasing in prices. That may be the thing that cools down this real estate seller's market. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But the point here, the takeaway from this point right now is, for the first time in a long time, we've seen new listings increase, which some would argue that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because inventory levels are dangerously low right now, so I think that's a positive. Now, let's talk about the big thing that's driving this real estate market that everyone's talking about: inventory levels. Okay, I'm gonna give you some perspective. Inventory right now, meaning when we say inventory, we're talking about how many homes are on the market. What is the supply? Let's put that into context. There's 757,000 homes as of last year, or as of last month, that were for sale. Now, when we look and say, well, Brandon, what does that mean? Is that high? Is that low? It's down 40%, which we were already down last year. So if we look at how many homes were for sale, June of 2020, 1.2 million. We're down 40% right now. This is the thing that's driving home prices, that's driving how fast homes are selling. This is the driving force in the real estate market, which is inventory levels, okay? Right now in many, many markets, we have less than 30 days worth of homes for sale. Well, Brandon, what does that mean? This is called the absorption rate. Listen closely. I just told you that in the month of June, 717,000 homes hit the market. How many homes sold, right? When we look at, okay, new listings was 776,000, 717,000 of them sold. So almost every month what's happening is all the new listings coming in the market are almost all selling out that exact same month. This is what we call the absorption rate. What is the percentage of homes as it relates to months worth of inventory is selling month in and month out? This is why, if we go back to the new listings, which we saw 776,000 hit the market, is a good thing. We need to see that number of new listings hitting the market. We need to see that number greater than the number of sales so that we can increase the inventory. You with me on this? Hopefully that makes sense. But that is a massive, massive number. We've got to continue to look at inventory numbers. Right now we're sitting at about 750,000 homes for sale. We need to see that number increase if we want to see the market kind of get back to a normal market. When we're not so much on the seller side, it's not a buyer's market, we're in what we call a neutral market. Now let's talk about days on market. Another thing that drives this real estate market is how fast homes are selling when they go up for sale on the open market. Well, right now, the numbers report from June is 14 days, 2 weeks before a house sells on the market, in comparison to 35 days this time last year in 2020. So houses are selling in almost half the time. Houses are selling extremely quickly for the reasons I just mentioned. Because there's nothing for sale, because inventory levels are so low and houses are almost selling out every 30 days, buyers have to act quickly. Mortgage interest rates are very, very low. So the motivation for buyers is very, very high, okay? And then the last stat I want to talk about is the list to sold price ratio. So when a consumer puts their house up for sale, how much of that asking price are they getting in an offer on average? This is absolutely crazy. On average, the sellers are getting more than they're asking. 102% of the asking price sellers are getting on average. That means that a lot of them are getting a lot more than what they're asking. Again, this is all comes down to inventory. I even put a little star next to that on my notes. If inventory levels continue to stay low like they are right now, this market will continue to get hotter and hotter and hotter. Prices will continue to drive to increase. The problem with that, however, is home affordability. Is there a point where home affordability just gets out of reach for most buyers? That's something to pay attention to as well. But right now, based on the evidence of the June real estate market update, the real estate market looks great into the summer months. We're gonna have to pay attention. I'm gonna do this again, obviously every month I do this, but we're gonna have to pay attention to how many homes come on the market in July. Is it gonna be more or less than 776,000? And then what are the home sales going to look like? So we're gonna pay attention to that. So hopefully you got value from today's market update, this month's market update. I really, really wanna continue to keep you informed with the facts, removing all the emotion so that you can make the best decisions, whether you're a real estate agent, you're a real estate professional, mortgage professional, or you're a consumer, okay? I mean, there's pros and cons to buying and selling right now, but right now, based on the facts, the real estate market is still on fire, still makes a ton of sense for people to sell the home. And for buyers, because rates are so low, it still makes a lot of sense for you to buy a home, but it is challenging. I mean, homes are selling with multiple offers. So make sure that if this video did provide you value, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. It really helps me out. Hit that like button, and if you have any questions about the real estate market or anything else I can do to help you, use the comments section beneath this video and I will respond to you usually within about 24 hours. So that's it for this video. I'll see you back for another real estate market update and report the July numbers very soon.